Hey, what's going on today, YouTube? Today is just going to be a quick video on some thoughts that I had as I was doing some Japanese reading today. As you may know, I'm preparing for the JLPT N1 in December 4th, and to do so, I'm doing a ton of reading. So that is my plan to prepare for the JLPT N1. And one thought that came to my head today was, why is writing taught in Japanese classes in college? So I don't know if you guys know this, but I took a couple of semesters of Japanese in my college university, and we spent a lot of time learning to write kanji and just write in general. I understand the usage of it. I don't believe that you should never learn how to write kanji, but in my opinion, the number one thing, if you're trying to learn Japanese to some type of level, you're most likely not gonna have to write unless you go to Japan. And in my case, my biggest thing was comprehension, and so looking at the JLPT N1, there's absolutely no writing in it. So why would I want to spend several hours a day trying to learn how to write? Just in a quick example, I'll show you a picture somewhere on the screen of some kanji that I had to write in one of my classes, and it was a lot of repetition. And of course, it's just root writing. You're just doing it over and over, doing the strokes. But this, believe it or not, took me an hour to complete, plus all the other kanji that I had to write and whatnot for my class. So I don't think it's absolutely necessary. I am personally not a big fan of doing it. I understand that it does help some to memorize a little bit better, but for me, I think 1 hour of reading versus 1 hour of writing a bunch of kanji, I think the reading is going to be a lot more effective in my opinion, and I'll be able to get a lot more progress done. So that's just that's the thought that came into my head as I was looking at the JLPT once again on what it tests you on. There's absolutely no writing, so it's going to be reading, it's going to be grammar, and it's going to be listening comprehension. So none of that consists of writing. And if you're, this is just my opinion, but if you're preparing for the JLPT, I don't think you need to write ever. When my Japanese gets a little bit better, or as I continue along, I do want to learn how to write. It's just a goal of mine. But I believe most people are learning Japanese for, understanding the content, being able to consume the content. And so a lot of times, if you're just going to write, or if you're writing nowadays, it's going to be on the computer. It's going to be digital, and you're going to be using either the swipe keyboard, which is actually kind of fun to use, or you're going to be using a Romaji keyboard or English keyboard to type Romaji. So just some quick thoughts. It's going to be a short video, so nothing too long, but what are your thoughts on this as well? If you're in university right now and you're writing lots of kanji and preparing for your midterms, what do you think about this take on writing in Japanese classes? I know the classes that I took, they were the last semester classes for Japanese, so I do know they do writing. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that thought out there. I think for me personally, reading a lot is going to be a little bit more efficient than writing. So yeah, just wanted to say that. And I'm continuing my reading, all that fun stuff. But if you're out there learning Japanese, good luck with your studies, and we'll see you again in a future video.